Can We Talk Podcast, episode 101. Why you make that face? Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, episode 101. Just want to start off by saying episode 100 was lit, a little too lit. That's why I don't day drink. Fucked up my own personal audio with that episode, but everyone else was heard perfectly fine. So I want to shout out Marina, Brittany, Kay, and Kawana, because they definitely came through. I did not even know the episode was going to be recorded until about an hour beforehand. I had scheduled so many people to come in pod, and no one hit me back till like an hour before. Like, what time are we doing this again? And I was like, okay, let's go, let's try it, and it worked out. We were able to get six people in total here. 1, 2, 5 people. 5 people in. Yeah, it was nice. It was really nice. It was like a combination of just like all of the episodes we've all done. Like me and Kay have done like 15 or 20 episodes outside of like this podcast and the one I first started. And then Kwana, we've done 6. Marina, we've done like 5 or 6. And then Brittany, we've done 2 or 3. So it was really dope to have everyone who's been a part of the pod like here. But I just wanted to get that out the way. We do have a special guest in the building, Alexis from North Carolina.
Hey.
Yeah, go.
Well, congrats on 100 episodes.
Thank you.
That's like no easy feat. Alexis from North Carolina.
North Carolina.
I live in Austin. I am an educator / private chef / human.
Human. Putting human on your resume is nuts. Like, what if you like? What are your skills? Existing.
Yeah. Going with the flow.
So you moved here. You said in July
of 2020. Yeah.
Of 2020. So 3 years in.
3 years in. It feels like I moved yesterday.
Do you like it?
Some days. Austin is weird.
Facts. Closer to you, a little closer. You can move this too if you need to, like bend it a little bit. Yeah.
We're gonna go right here.
Yeah. What's the worst thing that you've experienced while being here in Austin?
Being black. I feel like Austin doesn't have a lot of spaces for like black people. You have to like find them.
Yeah.
And then it's like people are kind of like clicked up a little bit here.
Yeah. Especially you come across some certain cliques, and it's a tough out for anybody here, whether you live here or if you're not from here.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
So let's get into the cooking thing, because I am a chef as well. I've been cooking for over a decade now, and I want to talk about your ebook. I need you to explain to me, or to those people, what an ebook is for recipes, and how did you decide to do that versus like a hard copy book?
Yeah, the world is basically digital right now. So the decision to make an ebook was very much rooted in like my personal experience as well as my work experience. I work in education. Kids aren't given hard copy books anymore. So like the future is on your phone or on like a desktop or a laptop or whatever you have. So I was like, I'm gonna do an ebook. Mostly also because like I cook online similar to you, and people are like, give me the recipe, and I was tired of copying and pasting.
Well, I never give them the recipe.
Well, I mean, it's like you still add your own pizzazz to it, but I'm like, here are the basics. Like the basics of fried chicken are so easy. Flour, season, oil, put it in the oil. Like, so I give people the basics.
You know what's funny that you say chicken? Like, the reason I entered culinary school a decade ago is because the woman I was dealing with at the time brought me some chicken, and it was bloody. And from that day on, I personally decided this ain't gonna work.
That is so gross.
She didn't cook it all the way through. She had her mama's recipe and everything. Didn't cook it through.
She just put the oil too high, and she just let the shit like burn on the outside. Yeah,
it was a tough out. Literally that day, I was like, I don't know how to cook. I couldn't even heat up a toaster strudel back in the day. Or chicken nuggets, but I was like, I can't live off this shit. I can't live off processed food. So I ended culinary school a decade ago. Didn't finish. I did 7 months.
I'm a doctoral dropout, so I feel you.
Facts.
All right, random question. You said it was well, the girl couldn't cook food, so it was your decision to go into the kitchen.
Yeah.
Did you stay though, even if she couldn't cook?
Oh no, we like cheated. It was a whole mess. Like outside of the chicken, it was nuts.
Outside the chicken is
yeah,
crazy.
it was nuts. It was a wacky time. It was crazy.
Okay,
yeah.
so it wasn't
we
just the
mutually were
chicken.
cheating after that. It was just kind of like let's
So
kind of
the
like
chicken was the catalyst to the cheating.
yes.
So first comes the chicken, and then
Yep.
comes the cheating.
Yep.
Got
Yep.
it.
Yep. Yeah. It's a
Understood.
sad story. It's a sad story. They should probably make like a play on Broadway about it. The bloody chicken and the cheating or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
Cheating
sure.
chickens.
Yeah, for sure. But honestly, that's literally the truth. Like people don't believe me when I say that. I'm like, I literally enrolled in culinary school 2 days after that with no thought process of doing that beforehand.
Just because the chicken was terrible, and you're like, I have to do something better.
Yeah, I was like, I can't live my life like this. Like I can't be here for the rest of my life eating bloody chicken. At some point in time,
You're gonna die.
it's gonna be a bad, tough out.
So is it important for men to know how to cook?
I think so. I think we actually killing y'all right now, like culinarily.
Let me just turn the page.
No, but cause like I don't know if you feel this way, like being in the kitchen, like it's like expected for you to know how to cook, like versus going out of your way to learn. So like as a dude, when people see dudes cook, it's like, oh, he actually went out of his way to learn how to cook. Versus women, who's the ideal is like, y'all supposed to know how to do that shit already. Like changing a tire for a dude.
I know a lot of men that can't change tires, first off. But it's also, well, I guess. But I know a lot of women who innately cannot cook, period.
Facts. I know tons.
But I also
Thousands.
know men that can't change tires. So it's like, it's an interesting perspective. When I was growing up, like my pops was always like on the grill. Like if it was a meat to be cooked, my dad made it. But like sides, my mom. So it was like an interesting dichotomy. But my dad was also like the better cook on the low. My mom was always in school.
I can attest to that too. In my my family was never like a dynamic like that. It was always like mom grills too, dad grills, whoever gets home first, like that's who's cooking type shit.
Yeah. Now my mom has a smoker. Like she has a charcoal grill, a regular grill. Like she's moving on up in the world. But back in the day, that was like how I grew up.
With the grill, do you get on the grill ever?
I'm gonna be honest with you. That snowstorm in February 2021,
We could talk about the snowstorm.
I went and bought a grill so I could survive because there was no power, and I put water on it to boil so I could take showers.
Wow.
So like, I feel like I'm a
How
grill
long did you not have
master.
power?
Huh?
How long did you not have power?
I want to say like 6 or 7 days. 6 days. And I don't have family here. It was a fun time.
Damn.
All I had was like, this sounds so creepy, but like dudes being like, I can come and rescue you and keep you warm. And I was like, mm-mm. I let one dude like come like pick me up. And then I was like asleep. He was outside on his couch and I was in his bed asleep. Knock on the door. Baby mama, I know you're not in here with power. And then he told me I was like hallucinating. The next morning I said, what was that? And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I told him like, this is what I heard. And he was like, it was the TV. Take me home right now. Right now. So then I just toughed it out after that.
That's a tough out. We've heard quite a few like stories at that point in time because I think I don't want to say weird. I think it's like the most dramatic was Sab and his neighbors, like his upstairs neighbor, like the water was like dripping down the walls, like the pipe broke or whatever.
Yeah.
And he had an elderly neighbor upstairs, and he luckily checked on the neighbor, but the neighbor was like in water, like on the ground. And if he didn't check on that neighbor, out of here.
That is insane.
Like literally, he was like there was water like streaming down the walls, like coming out of the outlets and shit.
No. In Austin?
Yeah, during the snowstorm.
North? Like up here?
I think maybe Round Rock.
Absolutely not.
They actually left the house. Like, I mean, they left the apartment to go live with their family where there was lights, and he happened to just go back to grab some shit, and that's when he noticed the water is going crazy, and he happened to go check on the neighbor upstairs. Like,
That's like nothing
he
but
just
God.
needed to go grab some. He wasn't living there at the time, but neighbor would have been out of here.
Oh no.
Yeah, that snowstorm was tough. I didn't experience it. Like,
Where-
it happened Monday. It happened on a Monday. I actually left for a road trip from here to New York that Saturday.
Okay.
And I had power the whole time because I have a camera in here. So I knew I had power in my place that was here the whole entire time. But like, I think about that time now. I'm like, why were we crossing the country during the winter like that?
Like, it's February. Why are you in a car driving to another cold place? Like, it's projected to snow.
They handle it way better in New York, though. Like,
Yeah,
they have like people like on the sidewalk scooping the shit, tractors and shit. Like, school buses still doing their routines and shit.
Yeah. I used to live in Philly, and that was like the one thing I hated, that like shit didn't shut down. It was like you still had to walk to school. It's like 6 inches of snow. It's like, I don't want to go to school, but it, nah.
That's another story. Like, even like just thinking about all the scenarios. Like, you're not from here. You weren't here for long at that point, right?
No, I moved here July. Snow happened in February. So like
Not even a
6
whole
months.
year later, you're dealing with this bullshit. Power going out. You don't know people here. That's a tough out. Didn't you have to get the police help to drive around, Robin?
Yeah, I had to ride with a police officer. My aunt, who has lived on her own since probably around the time I was born, never been married, none of that. Her power went out and she lived across town. And my dad was the only one that was still required to go to work. Her power went out, and I don't know if the pipe busted or not, but we were just like, we gotta get to her. She's in her 60s. Like, we gotta get to her. So none of the cars were like drivable on the road because of how slick it was. So the only cars that were on the road were cop cars. And my dad works at the recreation center in Georgetown, and they were a safe place for people to go to. So he had to go to work, and the police had to come escort him to work for like a couple of days. And so I had to get in the car with them. They dropped off my dad, and he took me across town to help get my aunt back to my house.
That storm is wild.
Nuts. Like,
And it's
nuts.
Texas. We're on like the equator of hell, and it snowed like that.
Nuts. And no one was prepared. Like, there's so many stories like of people just like not making it because it's cold. Like, people sitting in their garages in their cars with heat on. Not the best thing to do.
That's
clearly,
not very smart.
But like, yeah, that was a tough out. So it's always, I don't know the word to use. It's just, I don't want to say cool. It's like all these scenarios you don't even think about people having to deal with, like a person not from here, an elderly person who lives alone, like all these different scenarios that were happening in real time, and we're crossing the country in the middle of the snow. It was a tough out. Would I do it again? No. I wouldn't test my luck twice because literally we went across about 8 to 9 states, all covered in snow.
All of them were, everybody had snow during that time?
Yeah. Even when we got to we went up to the top, so like we're in Rochester, like we're at the top, like Canada is in sight's view, and it's snow everywhere, crazy snow. It's cold
That
as
makes
hell.
sense. That's New York. But like,
Yeah.
Alabama had snow?
I don't think we crossed Alabama. I know we did Ohio.
Oh, you went up. You went like,
Yeah, we went diagonally up.
Got it.
Yeah.
Never mind.
We did Kentucky. Kentucky was cool. But like, it's just snow everywhere, like literally everywhere. And we didn't know, like we stayed in Nashville on the first leg of the trip. So we did about 10 hours the first leg. And then like, we didn't stop again for like 18 hours. And we stayed in Nashville, and they just got hit with a cold storm or whatever too. So like the roads were icy and shit. Like we just arrived there right before that. But yeah, it was dangerous as hell if you think about it.
Yeah. I wouldn't do that no more. Don't do that ever again.
It was tough. But North Carolina. Does it snow there?
Yeah.
Really?
Like, we have all 4 seasons. And it's like equal. It's not like a week of winter.
Is North Carolina considered like the East?
I call it the South, but it is on the East Coast. I don't consider Texas the South, but I don't want to get into that
Excuse me?
now.
Texas
Like,
is the South.
when you
Where's as south as you can go?
Okay, no. It's like the South Midwest. It's like Midwest South. I'm gonna tell you why. When you think about Southern hospitality and like somebody's grandma cooking like peach cobbler, you don't think Texas. You think like Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina.
I don't consider Florida the South,
It's more South than Texas.
but it's like a bunch of crazy folks.
So is Texas.
Texas isn't that crazy. Maybe Austin is.
I just feel like Texas is not the South.
That's hate.
It's not hate.
That's
It's
hate.
like honesty.
That's hate. Texas is definitely, it's the most southern state, yo. Like,
No, it's not. It's the most central state.
We're southern. Someone had just told me the other day that there's no way in hell I'm from Texas. And I was like, I use the word y'all a lot. Like, I am from Texas, technically.
Is that
That's
is that-
Texas as hell.
That's the cap. Like, using the word y'all is like where you draw the line. Like, I'm Southern because I use the word y'all. So people from Ohio are Southern then.
They say y'all in
Yeah.
there?
My
Really?
mother's from Cleveland.
I feel like
gotta
y'all is a Texas thing.
You got to rethink the criteria for success here. Like, it's not adding up.
Texas Southern Fried Chicken. It's in the name.
Who says Texas Southern? Who says that? Texas Southern Fried Chicken? Where do you get that from?
Texas.
Like, who? Like, you go somewhere and like, I want Texas Southern Fried Chicken. Where?
Texas.
Name the restaurant that you get Texas
All of them.
Southern. No.
Oh,
You say
Texas
you want,
toast.
You said toast is not like an epitome of the South. Like, that is not like, you know food. Do better.
Texas toast. Texas Southern Fried Chicken.
That's not what they say.
Google it.
Mate, I'm going to actually Google that. That is not what they say.
They do say
Texas
that.
Southern Fried Chicken.
Yes. Texas barbecue.
Okay, that makes sense. Texas Southern Fried Chicken does not go, and you know it.
I feel like they say that, right?
No.
Texas size fried chicken. Because it's like everything's bigger in Texas.
I looked up Texas Southern Fried Chicken,
Whose grandma's recipe did you pull out?
and all I find is like, I see Country Fried Chicken and Texas Roadhouse Country Fried Chicken.
Yeah, that's in the name.
No. Absolutely not. They have Kentucky Fried Chicken, which is like, you know, the
that's
bar
not-
is in hell if that's like where y'all are.
Texas fried chicken. That's a thing. Texas is the South.
Texas is its own entity.
It can't be Midwest if it's on the coast.
It's the Southwest, or, you know.
It can't be mid anything if it's on the coast.
It's in the middle.
Of what?
Of the United States? Have you seen a map?
Texas?
East Coast, West Coast, middle, Texas. If you said you drove straight up to Ohio. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On a slant? It was a slant. it was a slant. It wasn't just a straight up.
So
it was a
you
slant.
drove a slant that way? That means
To the
Texas
right.
is the West. That's what that means, if you want to say that.
Man, Texas hate, man.
Not the South.
Texas is the South.
When you think of Southern hospitality, you are not getting it in Texas.
Not in Austin.
You're not getting it anywhere in Texas.
You are. Texas is a big place. It's a big place. Southern hospitality comes here, and no
You
one
can't
thinks about
even-
Georgia. Like, what?
I'm gonna let you have that. It's wrong. That people.
When I think of Georgia, I think of scamming and
Southern hospitality,
scamming hospitality because it was stolen from us
Ludacris
That-
literally made a song called Southern Hospitality,
after
and
probably living in Texas for a
and
little bit.
he literally is from Georgia.
We're gonna have to figure this one out for sure because I think Texas is the most southern state in the universe.
It is the most southern state in the United States geographically, but it is not southern in terms of like culture.
Hospitality, yeah, just not Austin. Get Austin out of here. Austin is the bubble.
Honestly, the only places in Texas that you can be like they show hospitality are the places like you think in Houston, which is another scamming city, and you're thinking Dallas, which is like no one is from Dallas. They're from
Southern
like,
Bells.
DeSoto.
Southern Bells. That's what Dallas is, right? Southern. Am I wrong? Is
Hey,
Texas not southern enough?
You can say whatever you want. This is your podcast. I'm just a guest. I'm
That's
just
Texas hate.
It's always a debate I wanted to know. Like, I didn't know why Texas wasn't. I know
it.
people don't. I know people say that Texas isn't, but I'm like,
But why?
why? Because we're right there.
Geographically, this is the South. You are below the Mason-Dixon line. Yes, check. However, like
Hospitality's here too.
when you think about like the feel of like Southern comfort, you don't think. Well, I don't think Texas. I think like home, North Carolina, or I think Georgia.
But North Carolina's on the East Coast.
It's the South.
I don't count. I've never counted North
When you
Carolina
think
as a
about the
southern
13
state.
original colonies,
I've never
South.
counted North Carolina as a southern place.
It's below the Mason-Dixon line.
What's the time zone?
East.
All right then,
What's the time zone for Texas?
Central.
Oh. Does it say South anywhere in that? Where?
Central, South, Southern, Texas fried chicken time.
Texas is known for tacos.
Texas is known for tacos. Since
That's what
when?
they say. Texas tacos. Y'all got brisket. Y'all think barbecue is beef. Everywhere else is like pork. And then
Wait. Texas is not known for tacos.
Like breakfast tacos?
We're
who's
not known for
Who's known for
tacos.
tacos?
California?
I mean, maybe. I thought they were known for like poke bowls and stuff, like Asian food. You know I'm right. Like when you think geographically, you're like.
But poke is Hawaiian.
Yeah, they have a large percentage of people that identify with that.
It's not a DFI with poke bowls.
As Pacific Islander, we be politically correct.
Did you check in before you going to Hawaii? Did you check in with the locals?
Are they gonna fight me? Like, what are they gonna do? I'm checking in with a local right now. I'm going to Hawaii tomorrow.
You gotta check in with the locals, yo.
Aren't you the local?
Technically.
So I just checked in. Done.
No.
Check
I
off
didn't
the
prove
list.
it. I sent it off. I didn't prove it though.
They make you do like some random paper though to get into Hawaii on the plane. So I'll check in that way.
Damn. I don't like flying over water like that. Like last time I went, I was extremely nervous. I don't like flying over water for that long a time. It looks weird to me. I can't do a window seat. Are you gonna do a window seat?
Yeah, but I also this sounds really bad. I'm very carefree on planes. I'm going to sleep every time. Like we're gonna have a nap on that plane.
Yeah, I had anxiety like out the roof. Like I did not like being over water for that long of time. So I think you said you're going to Phoenix, Phoenix, and then straight through.
Yep.
How long is the flight from Phoenix? Like 7?
I have no idea. My first flight ever was to Japan. So
Okay, you got me beat. My first flight was from Hawaii to Texas. Are y'all staying there long?
no, it's for my mother's birthday. My mom's birthday was yesterday. She's already there. I'm arriving Saturday. I am leaving Monday to be at work on Tuesday.
Oh, okay. It's a gamble.
And we're gonna see. We're gonna see how well this goes.
So with the food stuff, right? Like you cater events and things like that. What's a story that you have where it didn't go as planned?
Okay, I catered an event. Literally, was it last month? Like Thanksgiving, and we had the menu. The person who I was catering for, they were like, "I will purchase like the turkey wings or whatever because I have like some connection at some meat market." Cool. They wait until a day before Thanksgiving
To purchase the stuff.
to purchase turkey wings, and can't find turkey wings, so they get like turkey legs. Cool. I can make turkey legs. We can smoke them. Whatever. I showed to the house. There's a full turkey just sitting there, unseasoned, undone, like nothing. Like it still has ice in it. I said, "There's no way we are
can
making
cook
this
that.
turkey today." And they were like, "But it's Thanksgiving. We have to have turkey." So like, I was like, I don't know what is going on there, but it's not it. What about you? A meal that didn't go as planned.
I personally don't think I've ever had like an unforeseeable event that I've catered or done. I had one that was like extremely gratifying. Is that the word? Is that a word?
Like make you feel good inside.
Yeah, is that a word? Maybe
Yeah.
that's a southern thing. I don't know.
Well, technically, Hawaii is the most southern state.
That's actually the truth. But a friend of mine lost her sister. She lost her sister, and it was like spare of the moment thing. Like it wasn't like something that they knew was going to happen, type stuff. And she had asked me to cater the after funeral thing, and
The repass.
yes, I think it's called something else. Their religion is something else, but like in their religion, it's acceptable to just get lit right after the funeral. Like you're supposed to get lit. And she had asked me for help, and I was like, do I really want to do this? Like I don't want to be cooking in a funeral home, or and like I don't want to be back there, like, you know, what I'm used to in churches. Like, but their stuff was big. They had an auditorium,
Okay.
and I'm cooking 4 or 5 hours before, you know, I'm starting prep and all that stuff. I have another chef there as well helping me. And once we get it done, because we had to get it done right after they walk out, like the food has to be ready right when people are leaving the actual funeral itself. And about 100, 150 people are leaving, and we get the cook done right in time, and everyone freaking loves it. Like the kitchen was nice. We got everything prepped. We got people, their individual containers ready. You can grab and go. Like you don't have to worry about it. Here's the wine cups. Here's this, and this. And to be able to pull that off in the amount of time was like amazing. Because it was like I only got notified we were doing this 2 days before. So we're going to Sam's. They're like, here's my card. I need you to go to Sam's. I need you to do all the prep work. I need you to get all the stuff. And I'm like, I gotta work tomorrow. But we went to Sam's, spent whatever X amount of money we spent. We got everything back to the place, stored it, and then we were able to actually cook everything properly and get it out. And then the mom comes up to me and is like, gives me a hug, because they didn't have a cook. Like there was nothing they had prior to asking me. Like if I said no, or I was like, oh, I'm too busy, I can't do this, then it would have been a scenario where they would have had nothing. So that was lit for me. Shout out to Kim and her fams.
That's dope.
It was dope. And I feel bad using so I actually took photos of like the food and not the like anything funeral related. I didn't take any pictures of, but like every once in a while it comes up on my little timeline, and I post it, and I feel like an asshole kind of because the person who I'm friends with are still my friend on social media, and the algorithm always gets it right back to her, and I'm just like, God damn, she liked it. Like fuck. But yeah, shout out to her.
Dope.
Out of your cookbook and recipes, like what's something that what's your favorite? Like what's your favorite meal to make? If someone was like, hey, you got an hour and a half, here's the money, you gotta make meals for 10 people. What are you doing?
How much money I got?
Unlimited. Whatever the amount would be that you need for your favorite meal to cook for 10 people.
Okay, so I think that like food is very communal, right? So if it's 10 people, I thought you were gonna be like date night, and I was like, I got you. Like I got the best thirst trapping meal ever. But when we think about like family and like being together, 10 people, I always think of like a pasta dish every single time. My brain goes to like a rasta pasta, or like something that's easy for family to have like a lot of, because like, you know, growing up, lots of kids, my granny put all the noodles in one pot and gave us each a seasoning packet. Like, like that was very much how we grew up. So I always think of pasta as like a way to like talk, hang out, and chill. So not that expensive though.
Yeah, facts. So you keep the rest if you say it's a lot. So what is your favorite style of food to eat? Like what culture are you drawn into outside of our own?
To eat? All of them. It just depends on the day. Like some days I'm just like, you know what? I want okonomiyaki. My friends are like, what the hell is that? And it's like a Hiroshima Japanese pancake. Like, that's what I want. And some days I'm like, you know what? I want jerk chicken and cabbage and those things.
Rice and peas.
Rice and peas. My Aunt Krista makes the best rice and peas. And then some days I'm just like, you know what I want? A hoagie. Not a sub, not a sandwich. I want a hoagie. Like rough ass bread, oil and vinegar. Like those are the things I want. So it depends on the day. What about you?
I'm stuck in Asia mentally. Like anything Asia based, like Korean, Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, like anything over there, I fuck with it.
There is a dope at some Drunken Noodles somewhere south.
We don't go south.
I was drunk, so like, it was like perfect, and it was like the right amount of spice.
You gotta give me the restaurant name.
One day, when I remember it, I'm gonna call somebody who I was with. Like, where did we go?
Have you visited the H Mart here in Austin?
No, I didn't know they had an H Mart in Austin.
Well, it's called the Austin H Mart, but it's in Cedar Park. It says Austin on the thing, but it's in Cedar Park.
Oh, nope. Never been.
Yeah, I love, like, one thing I do like is doing like hot pot, like at home. Mm-hmm. Like when that trip when I went to New York, like I was like, because hot pot wasn't here yet. Like now it's all over the place. Mm-hmm. But then it wasn't. And I was like, I need hot pot. I don't care. I actually went on the trip to go to hot pot. That was really the factor in my back of my mind when I said yes to do that, to go on that cross country trip. I was like, they got hot pot out there for sure. I'm for sure gonna give me some hot pot. Like that's for sure gonna happen. And I ended up going, having it there. It wasn't like good. It was like I probably picked the worst place there to have it, but it was the only place in Rochester. Rochester's not New York City. Mm-hmm. It's different.
It's Maine. Just kidding.
But hot pot at home is so lit. Like I think it's the coolest thing you can do. Like if you have two separate pots, I think you can make that like for 4 or 5 people and y'all just all vibe. Mm-hmm. I haven't done that yet. I've only done it with 2 people. But
have you been to there's a restaurant here in Austin where it's like, I think it's hot pot adjacent or hot pot. I'm gonna find it.
Hot pot adjacent, like
it's like similar to hot pot, but it's not hot pot, like not authentically.
As in, like, you just pick your ingredients and they do the stuff?
Yeah.
There's a Thai place off of Palmer that's like that. And
What's it called?
Thai Basil.
Not that one.
No, it's trash. I didn't like it. I'd rather just you give me my ingredients. There's a hot pot. There's actually a lot of good food in Cedar Park. People don't know that because they don't go. No. But there's a really nice, my favorite noodle places out there. And my second favorite hot pot places out there.
I saw you post like all your favorite restaurants. Are those all in Cedar Park?
No, it's across the cities. Mm-hmm. In other cities.
Okay.
A lot of them, like maybe because the noodle place was it Noodle Alley? Noodle Alley. That place is fire as fuck. I don't know why people don't talk about it. It's so good. Like I don't know why that's not popular. I think one of the biggest differences between like Austin, Houston, and Dallas is like Houston and Dallas have like a what's the word? What's the word? Like they have like people who actually professionally post shit.
Oh,
like
they have
PR? They have like PR for food. Mm-hmm. Austin doesn't have that. We're just like, just come and figure it out. Houston be like, you better come over here to get this shit. We got a secret door hutch with like brunch, and then like you can fly a plane on Wednesday or like what?
But it's also like it's more concentrated. Like Houston's places are all like, well, no, Houston's pretty spread out, but most of the food places are in the same part of the town that are popular.
Is it Houston? Is Houston the place with the Chinatown we went to, Robin? Or was it Katy? Or were we in Houston?
I went to a Chinatown in San Antonio.
That's different. Mm-hmm. Was it like big? Because the place there, I don't know if it's their number one Chinatown, but there was like 20-some restaurants in there. There's a Chinatown up the street from here too.
Where?
Off of not Burnett, Lamar.
I don't know why I asked it like I know where I'm at.
No, it's literally about 6-7 minutes away from here. Chinatown. It's okay. Dumpling place. There's a Chinese market in there too. It's not an H Mart. It's like a something else mart. It's something else, but like it's
racist.
There.
That's racist.
What did you say?
That's racist.
What?
You said there's something else mart.
I don't know what it is, Mart. I don't even know if it's a Mart, but it's a store. The one we went into, the one you didn't like with the fish being all in the tank, like hugged up on each other, and it smelled bad. Or smelled like fish.
I hate places like that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It smelled like fish.
When you walk in and you're like, it's clearly dead animals in here. Like,
No, the Chinatown place, the like
in there.
no, where's that Chinese place that you used to like to go to at the old place?
I know where you are.
Like over there, like right up the street. There's a Chinatown
Like at the corner of Breaker and Lamar.
a little further. So like the Chinese restaurant's here, you take a right and you keep going down, and it's on the left. Yeah, there's a huge Chinatown thing over there, and they have some really great restaurants too.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Some of my favorite dumplings come from over there.
My favorite dumplings come from Lynn's.
The Frozen? Lynn's? That's a place here?
Yep, it's
Where?
super south.
So, oh yeah, we don't go south, man. Like,
They
south?
they also have Key. Key is good. Key is good, and Lynn's is good. You gotta go. They have
Have
like
you
the best.
tried
dumplings.
any of like the ghost kitchens here?
No, I'm a loser. I really be in my house like to myself.
Chilling.
Yeah, because like, well, this sounds bad. The southern, like, I like a lot of like food from home, right? And every time I go to a restaurant that's like supposed to be great, what the people tell me is great, I'm like, it's not.
Name them.
Put them on blast right now. No, but people are like, this place is awesome. It has the best blah blah blah, and I'll be like, cool, I'm going. People are in there chowing down, and I'm like,
This is alright.
this is okay. I could eat this, maybe.
I don't think like anytime anyone asks me like for food recommendations, I just tell them what I like, and if you want to go try what I like, cool. I'm not ever the person who's like, they got the best shit in the world. You better go try this shit, because a lot of places got the best shit in the world.
And
Like,
it's terrible.
has there been a place like that you've eaten here that you've been like, yeah, this is next level? Chances are probably not, but I thought I'd ask.
I've been to a lot of sushi places here. There is a sushi spot downtown that I went on a like a miniature date.
What the fuck? What is a miniature date?
It's like a tiny one, like a tiny desk.
Like the
a
date
miniature
small? Like what do you mean?
It was like, it's a date.
It's not like really a date. It's like a little date.
It was like, hey, you want to eat here? Sure, let's go. And then they paid, so it's a date. Like, it's a mini date. It's like, it wasn't like very much like planned out. Like, in 3 weeks we are going to attend the blah blah blah. It's like a miniature date.
Not a miniature date. That's funny. That's a tough out. Does he know it was a miniature date? Or she?
Or them. Just kidding. Nah, I guess he does. And not guess he will. If he sees this, he will.
That's a tough out.
It was a good date though.
I'm confused with the miniature word.
You've never been on a miniature date? Have you been on?
No, never.
You just go on full blown dates all the
Yeah,
time.
all the
Everything
time.
is just like pedal to the metal, 100%. percent That's a lie.
Categorize it as miniature.
Like a miniature date is like, it's not fully planned out. It's not like, in 2 weeks I'm gonna take you to this random ass place and I'm like give you flowers. Like a miniature date's like, hey, tomorrow they got like this sushi special. Like, you trying to go? And they're like, yeah, let's go. I either meet you or pick you up. Cool, whatever, safety. And then like they pay, or like you pay if that's what y'all choose. But
Something like spur of the moment.
yeah, like a mini date.
Okay. Well, but yeah.
Y'all plan everything out.
No. He tries to, but then he's the planner, right? He's like, let's figure this out. Just with anything. But like, me, I'm very spur of the moment, like, oh, this sounds fun. Hey,
Right, it's a mini
why don't we do this? Yeah.
boom, mini
I
date.
didn't know that goes to the mini date category.
I mean, it's still like a real date. It's just not like, people have.
Imagine if you texted that dude or girl and said, dang, that was a nice mini date.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough out.
What is he gonna say?
He not texting you back no more.
I bet you he will. I bet my bottom dollar. I told you multiple times that I am never the problem.
Yikes. That usually means you're the problem.
I'm not. I text you screenshots. Remember the screenshot I sent you? Dude
Yes.
was like, it was my fault. I would love for you to come back. And I was like, I'm never coming back.
You did what I did. You did actually do that. I didn't think you were gonna actually like do it and then send me the shits, the receipts.
You're like, text your ex and ask. I texted. Well, I don't believe in exes, first off, but I texted people that I used to date, and I was just like, tell me, what was the question? Tell me why we didn't work out or something, or what did I do wrong, or nothing. Some dude was just like, it was just not the right time. I didn't know what I wanted as a man, and I was like, you're absolutely right. It was never me.
It wasn't text. I don't even have it. It's on that phone.
It's in your other phone, yeah. Let me see if I can find it.
God damn. We're 45 minutes in. Mm-hmm. I meant to change the setting too. I don't know what it's doing. Is it like going in and out? I need to find my Santa hat, my Santa thing.
Are you giving gifts to children?
Huh?
Are you giving gifts to kids?
No. Well, I might get my nephew something. Might.
Mike, how old is your nephew?
2.
I love children. I can't find it. I have too many text
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm gonna find it one day.
One day.
I'm gonna send it to you again and be like, remember this? I told you I was never the problem. I can probably find the message from the dude before I can find the message from you.
I think it's probably like unexpected to be sent a text like that from your ex.
Honestly,
It'd be like a fun experiment to do, but like very like tragic. It could be like edge, like really bad too. Like just to randomly do that sort of moment one day. Just like,
Yeah.
what happened? And just to have the wheels turning in their head as if there's like another chance. No, that's not what this is. Hold on.
Because that's what it would look like. Like,
I mean,
Right.
here's your report card. Let's see where we can do better at. Let's redo this.
oh, that's not how I took that at all. But
But the GPA was set. That is your grade point average for life. Do you hear me?
but after that, one of them sent me money for lunch. I was like, look at that.
Oh, look at God.
Well, you're welcome. Calvin is just helping get people money every day.
Every day.
Every day. Helping implants in Texas.
When
Is
was
it implants? What's transplant? That's an implant?
Implants is crazy.
Transplant? Transplant.
Oh. Ooh, I can't say those. What did my mom watch? Oh, fuck it.
Put it on for
It
her.
was answer these for me. Mm-hmm. How was the head? How was my attitude? Did I communicate effectively? Was something that that really bothered you about me? What's the reason we did not work? The first answer I got was fucking wonderful, top 3 and not 2 or 3. Boom. How was my attitude? It was good. Did I communicate effectively? Yes, you did. Was something that bothered you about me? Nothing really.
That's a dude trying to get the top firehead back.
What's the reason you think we didn't work?
That's all that is. That's him trying to get the firehead back.
I wasn't being a man and protecting you, and I was worried about what other people had to say about it.
And he thought the message after that would be, "What you doing?"
He lives on the East Coast, and I replied back, "Thanks." It was great. Thanks.
That's all I did.
I was never the problem.
That's nuts.
I know how to cook. You just said women don't know how to cook nowadays.
I didn't
Bloody
say that.
chicken.
You said that.
You said chicken, bad chicken. Chewy chicken.
That particular person who
leads to
she knows
cheating.
who she is and she does listen to the pod knows she did me dirty by cooking me some bloody chicken. It was done properly, but the oil was too hot. That's all it was.
Yeah.
But it still sparked
Cheating. Yeah. So like obviously
I didn't cheat on her because of the chicken. Like
No,
whether
no.
the chicken was good or
You
not,
said
I
it
would have
was
still cheated.
the catalyst to all the cheating was that nasty chicken is what you said. Rewind it back. That's what you said.
I think I still would have cheated if the chicken was cool. It was a mutual cheating. You never mutually
Just-
cheated with somebody? Like you never been in a
That's when they
relationship?
say,
Y'all
like,
both be like,
people ain't
we
shit.
probably should just be fucking somebody else, but
People
like
ain't
be in a
shit.
relationship.
People ain't shit. Like you think that like you could, so it's not even the chicken was not the catalyst anymore. It's like you were just a terrible human.
I think that it was like a mutual cheating. I think
And that's
that
why
we
when
both,
you send those texts, you
I
don't
think
get
we
the report
both-
card I just got. Because I don't cheat.
I don't cheat either. It was like my first time. It was fun.
I don't cheat either. It was just my first time.
Yeah.
That means you've
Well,
cheated.
if you do something one time, does that mean you do that forever?
If you cheat on somebody,
Or you're a cheater for life?
I mean,
If you never cheat again?
what did Dre say? Your honus gets erased. So like maybe after like 7 years, like your credit score.
I fuck with that because there was a broken lease with that relationship, and that shit wiped right off the credit.
Yeah, after 7 years,
Yeah.
it gets wiped off. So like the cheating gets wiped off after 7 years.
Yeah.
So if you cheated, what year is it? 2023 from 2016. It is still up there. You're
Oh,
cheating.
yep, nope, no. It was 2012.
Oh, then you good.
Yeah, I'm been good.
Yeah.
What's one thing that keeps you grounded as a person in the culinary space or just life in general?
I'll go with life. Every morning I wake up, thank God, you know what you do. But I also write my gratitude journal every single day. Like I said, before I touch my phone, other than turn my alarm off because that shit is wilding. I turn on my lamp. I write like, what am I grateful for? What would make this day great? Like what 3 things would make this day great? And then like an affirmation. And then listen to gospel or affirmations just to set my brain straight because like working with kids, they'll drive you crazy.
What age of kids?
I'm a high school principal.
Word?
Dead ass. Yeah. So
That's lit.
people are always like surprised. They were like, "You teach children?" I'm like, yeah.
I'm an inclusion aide at a middle school.
Yeah, your job is crazy as hell. And I'm the person that's just like, your lesson plans are not in. Just kidding. I'm fucking with you. I started off in special education, actually, as an autism facilitator. Then I taught math in a middle school. And then I taught math, AP Psych, and humanities in a high school. I'm also coached 3 sports at the time. And then I moved here, and I was a dean, an assistant principal, and I'm a principal in residence. It's like the quote or the name for it. But kids ain't no joke. I got kids. I got a video of kids like throwing dice in the hallway. Like, why are you gambling in the hallway?
Not gambling in the hall. What are you betting?
Oh, they got dollars. Like they were exchanging money in the hallway and everything. And I was like, this is insane. Hopefully no one sees this, but it was insane. And I was like, this is our children. But can you count? Like, can you do algebra, geometry? But I can throw some dice. So, you know, what else?
Dice games in the hallways.
It's not very frequently. I run a tight ship, but it's like the one day I wasn't there because I was in Puerto Rico. They were shooting dice in the hallway.
Not the pictures being captured. Did they send you? Are they sending you the pictures of this stuff happening? Or
The security guard like will send like a video and be like, "Hey, these kids are in the hallway doing this activity."
yikes!
This shit is fun. Oh, they crack me up. I'm like, bro, why? You could do any dirt outside of school, and no one would ever know unless you like kill somebody. Then like, duh.
Might be in the news.
Right, and then
Yeah.
your PO is gonna be at the front door of the
maybe.
school. But like, you could do anything outside the school, and you choose to do it here. Y'all all live in the same neighborhood. Go home. Literally.
That's our problem right now. Like,
Middle school vaping. Y'all have vape sensors? We'll talk offline. Get a vape sensor, and it'll make your life a whole lot easier.
you know, yeah, we'll talk.
They'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about. And you'll be like, the sensor just went off.
What was something that you tried to cook that didn't go out the way or equal what you thought it was going to be? Like ultimately, like you decided like, hey, I'm going to try this meal for the first time ever, and I just failed at it.
That's a very good question. The first time I made fried chicken. I'm kidding. Honestly, the very first time I made jerk chicken, it just wasn't my mom's chicken, and it hurt me.
What's your process for jerk chicken? Like brining it or just marinating?
My mother is a marinator, so But she does like clean with limes and all that other crap.
Lime,
But,
lemon.
like,
Yep.
she's a marinator, and it's like green sauce and marinade and other seasonings and allspice, all the things, and just let it sit.
Have you found any Jamaican restaurants around here that are okay?
Next question. Just kidding. They're okay. They're just like not home. They have good brown chicken. The one I'm thinking of has like good brown chicken.
Where?
Tony's has pretty good brown chicken.
I like Tony's. People don't like Tony's.
I don't like their jerk chicken, but I like their brown chicken.
I like the rice and peas.
Oh, that's good too from there.
I like the rice and peas. People don't like Tony's. Like, I think there's what's the other place? There's another place.
The one across the street from like a Golden Chick and a Pizza Hut. It's by a church and a school.
Oh,
Islands
Fork or Fork Islands
Yeah,
or Island,
Island
Fork?
Fork.
I've never been there. I actually went to that high school.
Oh, and never been to the restaurant down the street? Was it ever there?
The Islands place?
Yeah, but when you're
It wasn't there when I was in high school. I think it. So there was the Pizza Hut on the corner was always there. There's a Donut Palace. There's a seafood place. I think that restaurant used to be a Subway, but still not there.
Okay.
But that's where we would go for off-campus lunches on that strip and that Golden Chick across the street or whatever.
Honestly, Golden Chick surprised me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Golden Chick's kind of lit.
They had like some random special on like Uber Eats or DoorDash one day, so you got like your food for free basically. You pay like $5, you get like 12 pieces of chicken and 2 sides, and I was like, this is not bad for the $5 I just paid.
Golden Chick is used to be. I used to eat there every day for lunch, basically, as a teenager. And the church across the street used to be my church. The church I went to.
That's cool. Well, this your home.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's ghetto now. It used to be a lot nicer here. Used to be a lot nicer.
I literally moved to Pflugerville because they told me it's where the black people are. Because they told me like Austin didn't have like a lot of black people.
It's that by default because Austin's getting so much like expensive wise to live, so it's just us trickling down the
I
highway.
read the history of what the hell happened over here. Like I read all of it, and I was like, that is really fucked up.
Yeah,
All the swimming pools. You hear about the swimming pools they also have over here?
there's a lot of history in Austin that people don't talk about because it's now a tech pub or whatever. I used to live way closer to Austin, like closer than here, like off a metric area, which is not far from here, but it's a little closer. And like rent would like grow by half because they built the soccer team over there. Like if you're anywhere near that soccer team, like your rent, regular apartment, regular homes, regular houses, mortgages would like increase. Like it was nuts.
I'd be so pissed off if like you in an apartment, right? Let's say you're cozy. Let's give like a 2009 rent. It's like $525, right?
Living here in 2012, 2011, you can get a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment for $750.
And then you come back and that shit $1,275. Fight me. Fight me.
The same apartments today that were $750, no changes or renovations, are gonna run you $1,500.
Again, fight me. Like, no. Can you imagine getting that lease back? Like they're like, in order to renew your lease,
Yeah,
there's your new
yeah, that's a tough out for people. Like that's why like a lot of us are moving towards the Killeen area. People travel from Killeen. If you think traffic from Pflugerville to Austin is tough, people are moving to Killeen because you can get a house for rent for like half the cost you can do here, and then driving from Killeen to South Austin.
Murder, disease there. They have multiple strip clubs there if y'all are interested.
Killeen is a tough out. Shout out to my brother and his family who moved there.
I'm sorry. The way you said it was like, huh.
It's a tough out in Killeen. Like it's because there's so much traffic because of the military base. So like there's just people who are only gonna live there for 6 months.
I feel
but they're gonna turn up and act as if they're gonna be there for a long time, knowing damn well they're leaving in 6 months.
As a single woman in Austin, I went to Harker Heights.
Harker
Never
Heights is
again.
a little better.
A little better?
It's a little better than Killeen, just barely. It's like it's bad, but it's just a little better because there's gated communities there.
Oh,
just a little better. Just a little better.
The
gates in Killeen be open.
A little step up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If
you thought my mini date comment was bad, That shit was a microcosm. Like I was like, where are we? What is this?
Someone took you to Harker Heights?
Yeah.
Like, and you like went? Like, did you like Google Harker
I mean,
Heights?
no, I'm like, out here winging it. It's like my third day out here. Like I didn't not
You
know.
gotta Google places you go.
Well, yeah, I
See
mean,
the
like,
Yelp reviews.
well, I have like a family friend who I've known since I was like 14. He lives in Killeen, so I was like, anything happens, like I'm good. This person knows where I am. I wasn't like just out here just winging the shit. Like,
Okay,
I was
don't
like,
do that in Killeen. That's a tough out.
So I had people in Killeen and people have my location, but like I was like, okay, I'm gonna just go. If it goes bad, I'm gonna go to my friend's house in Killeen. I'll be safe. So it was terrible. I mean, I wasn't in danger, but I was.
You gotta go to like there in the daytime.
Oh, it wasn't a nighttime date.
Okay, it was in the daytime.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's like 89% safer.
But it was scary looking during the daytime. Made
He
me
must have
think- I was
took you
like,
to the
am I-
boondocks
I
of
was like,
Harker Heights, because Harker Heights usually has like the actual communities, like the actual like gated communities.
Maybe I wasn't in Harker Heights. Maybe I thought like maybe
You
I
sound
wasn't
like Temple.
there. Oh, I've been past Temple. I've been to Temple for a date too. It's the
Where are you
opposite
meeting?
way.
Where are you meeting these people that are just like not around?
So, when I first I'm terrible at this, by the way. When I first got here, like, I was online dating. Mm-hmm. And I was like...
Just like saying yes to everybody?
No. No. You think people are cool, right? You're, like, having a conversation, it sparks up, and then you talk on the phone, it's like, cool, whatever. And they're like, let's go here. And you're like, I don't want you to know where I live, so I'm going to come close,
Through you.
Because you're not going... Because I've had stories where, like, men move in with women after, like, 2 days. Not happening with me.
Yikes.
So I'll come to where you are. And then the date ends up being trash. So, yeah, I don't online date. I'm also terrible at it. If I looked at, like, my online dating history, I'd have, like, 5,000 messages and no reply. Like, I did not reply to any of them. I'm very bad at it. I get fussed at. Like, I'll be into it for, like, a weekend. And I'll go to work and I'll be like, damn, I ain't not going to do this.
I did online dating at one point, but me personally, like for me to date you, there's a lot of conversation that has to happen. Like it's not like you can't just like me. You gotta like we have to have like conversation enough for me to even deal with you. When I mean conversation, I mean weeks upon weeks. Like I meet you, let's talk for a couple days, and then we meet up. Like we're talking for weeks
Before we meet up? Or on the phone for weeks before we meet up?
Phone, video chat, all that. Because when I meet someone for the first time, I want to at least be comfortable enough to like make jokes about shit we've talked about already. When you meet someone after 2 or 3 days, you don't got shit to talk about.
I mean, I'm sorry. Nah. No woman is falling for that.
That's not the truth.
I mean, maybe it is the truth. Maybe that is your truth. But I'm not falling for that. You're not gonna talk me to death. Or what you doing every day is
not what you're doing. Like when you actually have like a connection with someone after the first couple of days, and you actually have conversation and dialogue with that person.
Okay, so I have a question. If let's say you weren't online dating, and you met somebody in a dumpling restaurant, you're not gonna see them again for another 3 weeks.
Like if I'd meet them in person, like if our first interaction is meeting in person, that's different.
How?
From online, because I've already seen you. I know exactly what time you're on. We had a conversation in person. Conversation in person trumps phone calls every day.
Exactly why if you have the phone conversation.
But you're trying to get to point A. You're trying to get from point A to B quickly. I'm okay with waiting to get to B.
Okay, but no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like what you're saying is like if I meet you in person the first time, then cool, we can meet in person again. But if I meet you online. Mm-hmm. And we're talking on the phone for 2 to 3 days, I don't want to meet you in person yet because, like, I'm not comfortable or whatever. So you got to wait 2.5, 3 weeks before I meet you in person.
Because the dating was intentional. I met that person by mistake. You know what I mean? Like, if I meet you in person, we meet up.
They have the friend button on all these apps. Like, you can literally be someone's friend and be like, I'm not interested in dating you. I'm looking for friendship.
Oh, any relationship that I'm ever in starts as friends.
So this goes back to like, why can't you meet them in person? You can literally be
There's some weird people out here.
I mean,
any story that you had, any story that you just said, I avoid those. Like, that don't even happen.
I mean, I hear you. And it's like, It makes life, a little flavorful. But
See, you want to be spicy. I'm trying to be mild.
I don't want to be spicy no more. That was when I first moved here. I've been here for 3 years now. But my brain is still thinking like, you can lie. Like people are good at lying, which is why I want to meet people in person, because it's like, if I meet you in person, it's gonna be hard for you to lie to me.
No, that's not the truth. I think people be mad lying in person.
So they do, but it's like it's easier to spot, because you could be like in person with somebody, you're like, this vibe is off. Like I can tell that they're lying. Like now, if you choose to ignore those red flags, that's on you. They come late, or
Say it. We can end with it. Say it.
This one dude popped up on a date in Pflugerville.
Okay.
It was a micro date. We went to Torchy's.
Shout out to Torchy's.
Yeah.
Oh, there is a Torchy's in Pflugerville. I was like, there's not a Torchy's in Pflugerville, but there is.
He brought his daughter to the date. First date I first met him, and I was like,
how old is the daughter?
She was a teenager. Like 13.
Oh, that's fly. That's fly to me. Like you, yeah.
It's a hell no.
Come hang out with me and my daughter, yo. She cool. You cool. I gotta see if you guys mesh.
On the first date.
Yeah.
Nah. I literally left.
She like Torchies.
That's cool. I left. I was like, it was so nice to meet both of you. I'm gonna go ahead and get my order to go.
Like y'all already ordered, and then you were like, or like you showed up and you was like, we're not even sitting down.
Up. I like, I'm looking around and like, this is the dude. He's with a young lady, and I was like, this is one of two things, and both of them I'm not okay with. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get my food to go. I got a phone call. I have to go. And then he was on the "Is This Your Man, Sis?" Facebook page in Black Austin. I was like, bullet dodged, because he's fully married.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That's tough. Bring the daughter to the side chick. Try to get off. Like you trying to get off the side chick. You gotta bring the daughter for like approval. Mm-hmm. That's sick. Because I don't know how I feel if Shorty pull up to the date with her teenage son who's taller than me. Like I don't know how I feel. I feel real bad. Like, why you got me looking up to your son, bro? Like, why is this 6'6"? Like, what? You're 5'4". Who's the baby daddy? Like, what are you doing?
I'm sorry. Shaq.
We're at 1 hour and 6 minutes. God dang. It's been a long time. I'm just happy it hasn't shut off, because it'd be getting hot in here, and it's with the weather being a little cooler. Is it freezing? I'm
also anemic. I told you this.
Okay. Are you?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's not just me, because sometimes I be thinking it is me, and I'm an overthinker. So I was like, maybe it's just me.
No, I understand why for this, but he's also warm-blooded, so I'm a 74. Keep it there type of person.
Me right
58.
Here. 58? Is that your age? Because like it's no. 58. The temperature in the house.
58.
I don't think my
consistently
stops at 60. Like I think I can't go down.
Oh, I can go to 53.
That's why you were driving through the tundra, because you're crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'd be cold in here. Yeah. It's gonna get cold right after this. Like,
it's warmer outside than it is in here.
Yeah, typically. Yeah.
It feels good.
I can't do real life cold though. Like I can't do like outside cold. Artificial cold is my thing. They're two different things, I think. No?
You have very interesting perspectives on like a wide variety of topics, and I'm like learning those things.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. This is great. We only did one of the 3 topics that I think I sent you, or the 4 I sent you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I always say like, here's 3 or 4, and if we get to them, we get to them. If we don't, we don't.
We don't.
No worries. We just got a couple pictures to take, and then we're done. This will be out very quickly, because I haven't recorded in it's been 2 weeks already. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Since episode 100 was nuts. Like we were getting out of chairs, sitting in different places. Audio was all over the place. I didn't care, because it was still fun. Again, shout out to everyone who did come to that pod. And even if you didn't or weren't able to make it, but I asked you to, I still appreciate you for being a part of the pod. And I just hit this in my face. But yeah, was there anything else you want to talk to? You want to plug your ebook? Where do we go get it?
You can go to Instagram and go to choppa.eats, CHOPPA.EATS. On Instagram, click the link in the bio. It's right there. It's lovely. You'll see me look like this.
Yeah, y'all go check out the ebook. It's called Chopped, right? Or Chop?
In the kitchen.
Chop in the kitchen or in the kitchen?
In the kitchen.
Just in the kitchen?
In the kitchen.
Go get in the kitchen, y'all.
Please. Y'all. Look at you.
I'm Texas, man.
You are a Southern belle.
For sure. This is the Can We Talk podcast, episode 101. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you guys for listening. Goodbye.
Bye.